Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Vikram Vedha. This is part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1, then you can go check that out. I put the playlist link in the description of this video. And then you can join us back here. This is the weekly members pick. So very excited for that.
Yep.
If you didn't vote in this last week and you want to vote in the next week's pick, then be sure to go over to our Patreon page by clicking the link in the description of this video where you can vote on next week's pick. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, and upvote this video by slapping the like button. It's tough when you're telling him not to do something that you do right in front of him.
வரதுல 20% உனக்கே போயிடுது. நானே உன்கிட்ட பேசணும் இந்த வேதா 20%லாம் ஓவர்.
Oh.
சிவங்கல்ல பாம்பு ஒன்று சுத்தி நிதுல. சிவன் சேஃப்டிக்கு அந்த பாம்பா இல்ல பாம்பு சேஃப்டி சிவங்கல் தேடி உட்கார்ந்துதா?
ஏற்கனவே லபதுவன் அண்ணா நான் ஒரு நிமிஷம் வந்துறேன்.
என்னடா? கல்யாணம் முன்னாடி பொண்ணாட்டி பார்த்து இப்படி பயப்படுறான்.
பாட்டி என்ன வெத்தல?
Because she's scary. I'd be scared of her, getting her too angry.
சந்திரா
Someone knew the money was going there.
Yep. Inside job. Why would they stash it in his house?
அவனுக்கு ஏத்துக்கறான். சந்திரா வெதுடா. யாரா அவன் துப்புறது?
That's who I would suspect.
அதா ஏய் ஹாய் நிறுத்துடா. இல்ல பண்ணல என்ன சொல்லறல்ல அவனுக்கு நல்லா தெரியும்.
Just like that? I don't. That dude's a snake.
ஆசை வாங்கிட்டு தான் கொடுத்தேன். அது எனக்கு திரும்பி வரணும். அதுவும் பொறுப்பு.
Maybe it was also a setup a little bit?
வேதா காசு திரும்பி வர வரைக்கும் கலெக்ஷன் தில்லி பார்த்துப்பா.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Jetta did all this. You know, I would actually be blaming the guy that stashed the money because clearly he didn't stash it well enough. Did she steal it? She did. Oh no. Oh, what does he do? Come up with a story, stage it somehow? I don't know.
Actually, this could work to his advantage to get rid of that one guy with in between Cheetah.
I think they could maybe didn't tell him.
வேதா என்ன பாரு. எத்தனை வருஷமா தொழில் பண்ணறோம்.
I think he was too honest. I wouldn't have told him.
இந்த கதையில ரெண்டு பேருமே கேக்குறது நியாயம் தான். நான் இந்த பக்கம் சாயணும். சேட்டாவா புள்ளியா? தொழிலா சென்டிமெண்டா?
Sentiment, you know? Sentiment. I don't know.
நான் அர்த்தா புள்ளி பக்கம் தான் நிப்பேன். புள்ளி ஒரு இன்னசென்ட்.
Oh, he just said it himself. Oh, he got him to lower his guard. Wow.
அதுக்கு நான் கொடுத்த வேலை களத்துல இருந்தேன். ஃபுல் கேங் வார்.
At least there's no guns. Oh, they're outnumbered. Yeah, do your job. Do some investigating or something, right? Like, just automatically assume he's guilty.
ஒரு என்கவுண்டர் முடிச்சிட்டு வந்து நான் வீட்டில் குறைட்டு தூங்கிடுவேன். ஏன்னா நான் கொண்டவன் யாருமே இன்னசென்ட் இல்லைன்னு எனக்கு நல்லா தெரியும்.
Yeah. Never killed an innocent. Well, he was an innocent.
Well, he's got to find out for sure.
தொடாத.
I know you followed me.
Yeah, you think she knows?
ஆனா நீ செஞ்சது நினைச்சு உன் மேல கோவம் பொத்துக்கிட்டு வருது.
Here, let me put it on really hard.
Yeah.
Infuriates me.
Put the alcohol on. Let it burn.
Yeah.
ரொம்ப வலிச்சதுன்னா சொல்லு. ஹாஸ்பிடல் போலாம்.
I'm going to leave really angry, but please tell me if it hurts too much.
என்ன பண்ண போற நீ? வேதா வெளிய எங்கேயும் போகாத வேதா, நான் சொல்றது கேளு.
சாரி மேடம், உங்கள் வீட்டுக்காரனை அடிச்சிட்டேன், சாரி.
Sorry.
நிச்சயமாக ஒரு இடத்துல ஸ்டக் ஆகி நிற்பார். அப்போ எனக்கு ஒரு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணு.
Oh. Do you think she'd be willing to put her husband in prison if she found out that he killed an innocent?
Maybe. I don't know. And what about this is his dad's motorcycle.
அவன் பேச்ச கேட்டுக்கிட்டு போய் அவனை கண்டுபிடிக்கிற வழியை பாரு.
Just a minute.
He's actually doing cop work now.
அன்னைக்கு கோடவுன்ல புள்ளி இருப்பான்னு தெரிஞ்சுதான் யாரோ நமக்கு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அன்னைக்கு நமக்கு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்தது யாரு? அந்த சைமனோட இன்ஃபார்மெண்ட் பேர் என்ன?
Jeez, that transition scared me. What the hell? Jump scare.
Someone's gonna get pulled out of church. Not so good.
I don't like that guy.
Little too late, dude. You're just figuring out stuff.
ஏய், கட்டை இப்பதான் யாரோ கொண்டிருக்காங்க. கொலைகார ஏரியா தாண்டி போக முடியாது. Come on, shot.
How are they going to know who did it?
சார் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல புடி புடினா யாரு சார்?
ஏய், எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச உன்னை ஏன்டா தேட சொல்றேன்? சொன்னது செய்.
Dude, anyone could have done it.
This ties back to his motorcycle. All this, what's going on with all this metal stuff?
Getting superpowers?
There it is, that noise. He's looking for something out of the ordinary. There's a secret, something's going on.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
That was a good move. Oh, they weren't supposed to kill him.
This is the young officer. The young
He's
officer.
quick to pull the trigger,
and
I
he
think.
he's a plant
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah, he didn't want that guy to talk.
கேட்டவன கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அந்த வயத்துல தான் சுட்டு.
Well done. நீ அவனை சுடலனா அவன் என்ன பத்திருச்சு?
You gotta keep an eye on that one.
Mm-hmm. You and I are on that ticket.
She's still mad.
Little. Go into her room. Close the door. I'm sorry.
ஆனா நீ பண்ணது
இமோஷனல் ஆகாம யோசிச்சு பாரு. Be fair. பிரியா.
It still doesn't matter if you illegally tapped a phone.
Yep.
வீட்டு வாசப்படி வெளியே. வீட்டுக்குள்ள நீயும் நானும் புருஷன் கொண்டாட்டி மட்டும்தான்.
But I live here and I gotta work here.
அப்போ நீ திரும்பி என்ன ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவியா?
பெட்ரூம்குள்ள போய் தான் பாரு.
Oh, the line. Yeah, but he already crossed that boundary when he tapped her phone in their house.
Yeah.
Priya, it's really important.
எனக்கு தான் தெரியாதுன்னு.
நிச்சயமாக ஒரு இடத்துல ஸ்டக் ஆகி நிற்பார். அப்போ எனக்கு ஒரு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுங்க.
Oh, he must have some clues.
வேதா என்ன ரெண்டே வார்த்தை சொல்ல சொன்னாரு.
Breadcrumbs.
நல்லி கறி.
Mutton chops. He had mutton chops with cheta.
Cheta, yeah.
என்ன சாப்பிடுறீங்க சார்?
2 பரோட்டா ஒரு நல்லிக்கறி வேதாட்ட பேசணும்.
It's like, he knows the secret password.
எத்து பத்தளவை இப்போ கொள்ள முண்டிப்படி.
So good.
Yeah.
Making me freaking hungry.
I'm very hungry right now.
சார்
So the password is how you eat it. Just take cigarettes from the crime scene.
பத்தி இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் என் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கு யார் கொடுத்தான்னு உனக்கு தெரியணும்.
Marijuana
Oh, the
cigarette.
ganja, yeah.
Where are they producing those? Where are they producing those?
Nice little gift box for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the chain for his motorcycle. Ah. Uh-oh.
No.
Oh.
This is interesting. His character is taking such an interesting twist, helping a bad guy.
அதுக்குள்ளே நான் எல்லாத்தையும் முடிச்சிருக்கேன்.
He's already prepared.
இந்த ஃபேக்டரியில அவன் வேலை செய்யறதுக்காக கட்டினானுங்களா இல்லை நம்மள மாதிரி ஆளுங்க சண்டை போடுறதுக்காக கட்டினானுங்களா?
That's where so many fights take place.
இந்த கதையும் நம்மளை பற்றி தான். அதில் உனக்கு கதை கேட்டு பழகிடுச்சு, எனக்கு கதை சொல்லியே பழகிடுச்சு. நான் கதை சொல்கிறேன், நீ கேளு.
Story number 3.
You know, that guy is very chill with having a gun pointed straight to his head.
Definitely. Okay, so he took care of some business. I don't remember what he came from.
கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிறேன்னா அவச்சுனா கம்னு இருப்பேன்.
எனக்கும் ஆசையாக தான் இருக்குது. நான் பொம்பளை வாடகை இல்லாமல் வாழ்ந்துட்டேனா அதுவும் இல்லாமல்.
So why start now?
ஏய் நான் ரொமான்ஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்தது இல்லையா? செம்ம வெயிட்.
What? Right out in the open?
இந்த கேங் வார்லாம் என்னால தானே.
புள்ளி முட்டை வந்துச்சுன்னா முட்டை வந்துச்சு புலம்பே இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஒஞ்ச முட்டை ஆம்லெட் போட்டமா சாப்பிட்டு வாங்கணும்.
Yep. You make lemonade out of lemons.
டேய் எவ்வளோ நாள் சேட்டா மாதிரி ஆளுங்க கீழே வேலை பார்த்துன்னு இருக்குது. என்ன சந்திரா?
இது பார் புலி.
He's a terrible guy.
ஏய் மூஞ்சி தொங்கு பண்ண கதை கம்டா அப்போ தெரியாது. அதான் உனக்கு கடைசி ஊரோட பார்ப்பேன்.
Oh, damn.
புதிய திருப்பம் சென்னையில் பரவியது துப்பாக்கி கலாச்சாரம்.
No more knives to the
gunfight. It's the Indiana Jones approach, right?
Now that there's guns involved, this is going to get a lot bloodier.
Whoa. And nasty. He's depleting his army.
Ah, that was a good shot.
ஹார்பர்ல லோட் ஏத்திருந்த நாய் சரிசமா பேச வச்சா அப்படிதான்டா.
ஏய்
Oh, could have saved a lot of heartache if you kill him right there.
ஹார்பர்ல பெட்டி தூக்கிட்டு இருந்த பையன் அவருக்கு சட்டை போட்டியா? சார் நீங்க நம்ம பஸ் கட்டிடுங்க சார். சார்
ஏய் எனக்கு ஊத்துறா.
ஒரே கோமால வந்து வச்சுட்டாங்க.
Oh, is that how it started? And gets him angry?
Maybe.
குழந்தைகளை வேலைக்கு வச்சா இவருக்கு என்னவா? அவன் சாவணும். அவங்க எல்லாரும் சாவணும். அவ்வளோதான்.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just kept him so close anyway. Like, I would have taken that guy out long ago. Completely unarmed. Oh, so he started tipping him to remove his gang member one by one by one. That's where, like, in the beginning, because he knew that the cops would kill all of them in encounters. Dang, that is using the cops as a weapon. Yep. Dude, how's Vikram gonna feel once he finds this out?
Yeah, that.
Wow.
He saved him.
Yeah, because you're not gonna survive that encounter. That's not gonna save you.
Yeah, I started to say Simon was...
Like face to face with him. This isn't just an anonymous tip. This is like straight up.
இவனுக்கு பேசுனது 25 லட்சம்.
Whoa.
கண்ணருக்கு சீனை போட்டீங்க. போலீஸே வந்து செஞ்ச பாத்தியா? பாத்தியா?
Dude, he's a mercenary.
Yeah.
இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுக்குறேன் சார். சுடல உடம்பு பத்தலா ஆவணும் அவன். டபுள் பேமெண்ட் வாங்கிக்க சார்.
Maybe he's doing it, needs the money for his kids' treatment.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the only thing I can think of.
சைமனோட புள்ளிக்கு ஏதோ பெரிய வியாதியாங்க. அது நிறைய செலவாகும். ஒரு இன்ஸ்பெக்டர் சம்பளத்தை அதெல்லாம் முடியுமா? இல்ல.
Follow the money. It'll lead you to the truth.
உன்கிட்ட எப்படி சார் சொல்லுவா? நீ தான் ரொம்ப வரப்பா இருக்கீ. இல்ல.
It's not so black and white anymore.
Nope.
அப்போதான் அண்டர்கிரவுண்ட்ல இருக்கிற நீ வெளியே வருவ. நான் வேணா அவனை சுட்டுருக்கலாம். ஆனா அவன் தம்பியை கொன்னவன் நீ.
Yeah, go to the root cause.
No!
How did he kill him? The touch of death?
சைமன் எப்படி செத்தானே எனக்கு எப்படி தெரியும்?
ரவிதா சைமன் கொல்லலே.
I think it was like some windpipe, because remember he kept choking.
அது நீ தான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்.
Dude,
he's raging.
And he should know better than to shoot bullets randomly like that, man.
Yeah,
ricochet off all that metal and concrete. Oh, jeez.
அவன் செய்கிற பாவெல்லாம் பையனை பாதிக்குதுன்னு அவன் நம்ப ஆரம்பிச்சான்.
That makes a lot more sense now.
தெரிஞ்சவனால புலியை சுட முடியும்.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Now
hesitation. Yeah.
That's some great, interesting effect.
இங்கே தான் அவளை கட்டி போட்டு டார்ச்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க.
She's like, dude, I don't know. Don't touch me like that. He's a good shot. Oh. He was already done before he got shot in the head.
But who shot him in the head?
The bullet. Chandra கையில இருந்த கன்ல இருந்து தான் வந்திருக்கு.
Is it staged?
Yeah, how did he get up there?
I mean, he was already dead though, so why do that?
விக்ரம் சார் கடிவாளம் குத்துற மாதிரி இருக்கே சார். உனக்கு ஏன் தெரியுமா? அது மட்டும் தான் பாப்பியா?
Oh, it was a staged encounter like they do, like shoot him post-mortem.
பாண்டியன் உங்க புது பைக்கை சிங்கிள் பேமெண்ட் கொடுத்து எடுத்தீங்க.
Following the money, yeah. Were they all in on it?
பிரபாகர். தெனோ லாட்ஜ் பக்கம் வசதியா இருக்கிறீங்களாமே.
And
கிட்டி ரேஸ் கோர்ஸ்ல யூனிகார்ன் மேல 2 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பெட். அவ்வளவு கேஷ் ரெடியா வச்சிருக்கீங்க.
And even this guy, all this farm,
Right, yeah, his land.
நீங்க சந்திரா கையில கண் வைக்கும்போது தப்பான கையில வச்சிட்டீங்க.
Oh, yeah, you got him.
நம்ம கடமை தானே செஞ்சோம். என்ன கொஞ்சம் காசு பாக்கிட்டு செஞ்சோம். அவ்வளவுதானே.
He used him as a weapon.
அவனை போட்டா அண்டர்கிரவுண்ட்ல இருக்கிற வேதா வெளியே வருவான்னு நினைச்சோம். வேதா போட்டிருந்தா 50 லட்சம் ரூபாய் ரவி கொடுத்துப்பான்.
Such a dirty game.
சைமனை போட்டோம்.
Now what does he do? Like, what does his conscience do? This is such a dilemma for him.
yeah. Well, considering that the very start, the upper command was wanting to get rid of this group, and he was so against it.
Now it's gonna look like he's on the wrong side, and they can kill him in an encounter. Oh, dude, he just does what he's told. Wow. Nope.
I told you.
Took a bullet for him, dude. This took such a crazy turn. Oh, how's that killing your own though? Like, that's kind of messed up. What? Right into his lap. What was that? That's so...
Happy I did.
God, I love him so much.
Holding the gun stylish.
Hey, cover.
என்ன சார் அது சகாசம் சார் வா சார்.
See, I think he just doesn't really care anymore.
You are under arrest. Under section 420.
Tried to kill him. He had the killing shot. One left? And the captain? Oh. Classic movie trope.
The big guy.
Take his other leg out.
Yeah.
He did it.
The instigator. He
Yeah,
was the
but-
instigator.
I mean, he could have. I don't know. There's so much evidence against him.
லவ் மேரேஜா? எனக்கு ஒரு லவ் ஸ்டோரி சொல்லிட்டா?
Yeah, போதும்.
No more stories. No more stories.
நம்ம மட்டும் ரத்த கிழிச்சோம். ஒன்றும் இல்லை. செம்ம காமெடி இல்லை சார் லைஃபு.
Oh.
என்ன சார் போலீஸ்
what to do.
என் உயிரை காப்பாற்றி என்னோட தோளோட தோள் நின்று சண்டை போட்டு உன்னை விடுவா இல்லை என்ன இருந்தாலும் ஒரு 16 கொலை பண்ண கிரிமினல் ஆச்சுன்னு உன்னை சுடுவா
16 that you know of.
But the 16 were also criminals. He didn't kill any innocents, just like him, that he knows of.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I love it. Na 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 na.
Square off.
Na 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 na.
What do they do?
No! Oh no! No! Don't end it there. Ah!
All right, calm down.
Oh. No, 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 no.
Wow.
No, 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 no.
I like the background music. This background music's really good.
It's a little dark, a little dark
Yeah,
metal-ish.
Guttural and
Yeah,
raw.
yeah.
So after watching this now, I know in the beginning when we were watching that cartoon, and then I mentioned that this reminds me when he got on his shoulder and said, "Can I tell you a story?" It reminded me of what I heard as a kid. Dadu would tell me the stories of Vikram and Vedha. So Vikram was a king, and he was sent to the forest to bring back a corpse or something, and then the corpse was haunted by a ghost, Vedha, and Vedha got on his shoulder, but he had to vow that he had to answer every one of his questions, so he was obligated to. And so he would tell him a story, and then he would ask him a question at the end of the story to judge his wisdom and justice, sense of justice. And for being a king, it's hey, if you're a king and you're supposed to be wise and just, right? And so this was super interesting, a nice spin on that, because Vedha was basically his Vedha, right? Testing him and asking him these questions after the story. Honestly, I was more interested in that whole aspect, and I wish they kind of maybe. I did enjoy the movie. I liked how it went, but I really got interested as soon as Vedha showed up. And so once Vedha was part of the movie, I was super invested. Leading up to that, I was really not getting into it.
It was hard. It was really hard. I was going, this is going to be a 3 to a 4 because all I'm looking at is bad cops.
Yeah,
okay?
and there was nothing really going for it. I get setting it up, and they really didn't let us like Vikram.
Right.
The whole time, he was going about this. I'm dude, this is clearly wrong. What are you doing? Your whole sense of justice is horrible.
Right.
But maybe they felt they had to set that up so that he was thought he was so justified in everything he did, especially that line saying, "I've never killed an innocent," because I can just tell by the look in their face,
I'm
right?
And just point out in the street, guilty, guilty, guilty.
So
and
you
again, it was crazy.
So you put him to the test, and that's what Vedha did. So I was so into all those stories.
Yeah.
I just wish maybe the stories were maybe a little bit more to the point and more of the stories to get him along, to make him question everything and his core being.
Right.
I wanted something so raw and just maybe have something in there where he realizes even more that he's been killing more innocent people, not just one, but then it starts tearing him apart and he has a mental breakdown or something. I think that could have added so much depth to this movie.
Because then it would become more of kind of a psychodrama of which side of the line am I on? And even when it comes down to this person in front of me are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. I can't decide. It's too complicated. And it could have
had
become
a little bit, because remember when he yelled and shot the ground, but that was more yelling because he couldn't kill the guy right in front of him.
Right.
So that was more his frustration. But I wanted to see something like him get so torn apart with some decision he'd have to make. But he kind of accepted it pretty quickly that he was just the weapon. And it seemed like he was a little okay with it. He's yeah, you know what? You guys used me. I killed innocents, but it wasn't my fault because you made me do it.
And that, I think, is a kind of a psychological thing in itself, because a lot of times people don't want to own their own actions, even if that was instigated or they were trapped in some way to do something.
Yeah.
So that I think even is a little bit of that whole morals value.
I think it just kind of went a little too easy there. You know, I still thought the story was very unique and fun, like a fun twist on that story that I heard like growing up, and because there's a whole collection of all these stories. So, and the stories are like can be long and whatnot about like all the things that happen that the ghost is telling him. And then, you know, the question at the end is make you ponder, like, what would I do? That's so
so I mean, and I think that closing it the way they did was truly the way to do it. Because who does what? Because, you know, I'm sure that there are many people that watch this that immediately say he should shoot. Vikram should shoot.
Or Vedha should shoot. Because, like, honestly, he said at the very end, he's like, well, you killed 16 people. But the thing is that those 16 people, everyone that we saw him kill in the movie, they were goons and villains too. So what is the difference? And that was, I think, the main question in this movie is what's the difference between you doing it and me doing it, even though you're wearing a uniform, but we just proved that all of your buddies wearing the uniform were worse than me.
Yeah.
Because they were all taking money and they were killing people for this money and putting you up to it, and then they were about to get caught, so then they killed one of their own, and all the, like, oh my gosh. So I like that whole aspect of it. You could sit and dig into this movie for a while, but those are the things that I wish they would have done more of, like with his character, and have him more of a, like a breakdown. I don't know why, but I wanted to see him have a breakdown just because how pompous he was at the start.
Yeah.
I wanted him to just be torn down
really,
and then question
really
everything.
break down. Yeah. And even I think, I mean, when he got the chain for the bike and everything, that was a little bit of a dirty reward.
Yeah, sure, okay, because that could be his form of payment, although it wasn't that much. I mean, he said $2,000 for that chain, so he was overcharging, like the shopkeeper.
Yep.
So $2,000, like 2,000 rupees, like no, that's not like what those guys were taking, which is like 5 lakh or something like that, right? But in a way, yeah, it's accepting a gift.
But yeah, so there were just lots of little places where, I think it should have been, and even he should have kind of realized this is a little bit of a sentimental bribe or again, a dirty gift, you know, and I don't think he acknowledged, because he said thank you for it. You know, and
I mean, it's such a small thing, and maybe he knew it was like a small thing. Now, if you tried to offer him like 5 lakh to take somebody out, he would not have done it. Like, he wouldn't have. He would have been like, no, why don't you just turn yourself in? I'll take you out, and I'll take him out. You know, I'll take all of you out. But he wouldn't take the money because he was too honest. His dad was too honest, as we found out. But anyway, that's my opinion about it. I like the background score. That was a lot of fun. Vijay Sethupathi has this strange way of just playing a villain that I just love to watch. I loved him in Madhavan. I loved him in Master, because remember in Master, he was the one with the one-hit kill punch. Like, you know, he had the super fist. And, you know, and I loved him here. He's just like this, like, dark character, but he has this jolly nature of being dark, and there's something about him that just draws you in. I was rooting more for him through this entire movie than I was for any of the cops. You know, like his whole story, I was like, yeah, you know, he's just a misunderstood dude.
Which is kind of interesting, because a lot of times people say, well, you know, they're really not that bad. You know, I'm doing their dirty work for them, but they're really not that bad. It's was like the goons on. A lot of times I always say, how is it that these in like James Bond movies and everything, you know, they have this island and they have all this staff that does all this dirty work.
It's money. But so for him, he does a lot of social work too, right? Like getting kids not like caught up in this whole drug thing. He was very against that. He wanted the guy to quit using kids. So he was a good guy. And I don't know, like I guess he was still doing the whole drug thing, although he was commenting that the other guy was the drug mule. So if he wasn't into drugs, I don't know where all that money was coming from. If it was just like normal goon stuff, like, hey, the shopkeeper, you have to pay me for protection. Protection against who? Protection against me, dude. Like, I'll come here and destroy you. So maybe that's where he made most of his money, and not in drugs, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to rate this one a 7.5. I'm gonna do a half, because I think it's above a 7, and I think it's right below an 8. Like, I do really like the unique story of this, But I just think there was maybe a better way to lead up to it because I was really kind of bored in the first like 20 minutes until Veda showed up.
Yeah.
As soon as Veda showed up, I'm like, okay, I see what you did there, and I'm ready for it, and I'm in it. So that was a little, and then maybe I wanted more stories of Veda, like to play more into that whole Vikram Vedha sort of situation.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
So I'm going to be a 7, just a regular 7.
Flat 7.
Flat 7.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we've all hit all the points that, you know.
Why you rate it. So,
yeah.
Good. But it was fun. Like it
fun.
was fun. Like after you got Veda in there, it was fun. So like playing them up.
It went so much better because I was like going, Josh, do we have to watch this movie all the way
I know.
through? Because
it was a member's pick, so we had to. There was no turning back. So that's what it was. But it did become enjoyable. So I'm glad. And then the time really passed quickly after that. So let us know in the comments, what did you think? What would you rate it? And why would you rate it? What you rated it? And you know, if you didn't vote this week, be sure to vote next week by going over to our Patreon page by clicking that button right there. And you can do that and get early access and all that sort of stuff. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, sharing, and upvote the video by slapping the like button.